Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 90. We have 10 days left in this challenge. Today I am going to start with what's physically going on because since day 81, I've been starting at 14 reps, which means 105 reps of each exercise, and my legs are tired. I'm definitely physically exhausted from this challenge at this point, 90 days in. For those of you who do get a lot of exhaustion in your legs, particularly if you are training for something that you keep going and you get a lot of muscle soreness, particularly in your hamstrings or your quads, this foam roller. This one is a Trigger Point Performance foam roller. This thing is a lifesaver. This thing, I don't know, I can't say enough good things about this because you roll on this for a few minutes every single day. It loosens up your muscles, gets you ready to go. I do it before exercise. I also sometimes do it afterwards immediately. And then also just like in the evening when I'm lying around, if you're watching TV, might as well get on the foam roller and do some rolling out to get those muscle, it breaks up some of the lactic acid so that you can get things flowing better. It just helps overall muscle recovery. I don't know the science behind it. It doesn't matter. What matters is this thing actually works. Sometimes it hurts, but it works. So if you don't have one of these, pick one of these up. This is not a paid sponsor ad. I just love this thing. It's also small enough that you can pack it. Big foam rollers are like big. This thing is small. You can only do one leg at a time, but you can pack it. You can take it where you need to go. Love this thing. All right, so now that you all know that I'm physically exhausted, the great news is there's only 10 days to go. So after these 10 days, I get a little rest and recovery and then really get back onto some of my other performance goals that I'm working towards. Mindset-wise, when you can see the finish line, it definitely helps big time. 10 days is nothing, it's 10%. Back when I was doing the day 10 update, there were 90 days to go and now there's only 10. So mindset-wise, it's like, yeah, of course you're gonna finish through this. Now, what has been happening with everything else that I'm trying to do with this mindset thing over the past 10 days and what am I gonna look forward to over the next 10 days? Well, I've kind of planned some things that are going on the work side of things to happen over the next 10 days. Maybe that was strategic. Maybe it just kind of happened because for the past 90 days, I've been thinking about how to unlock a committed mindset in other areas of my life. So you could call it a coincidence or you could call it planned. Either way, it's working. I will say this is not as easy as I was hoping it would be. You think you set out to be committed to something and then boom, things will happen because you're putting the vision out there. But there are so many things that fight against what you want to do. Your non-conscious brain just fights against change all the time. And when you're just trying so hard to make things happen, it's really easy to go back to what's comfortable and recognizable. And that's what was happening. I guess it was somewhere around day 60, day 70, where I was just kind of getting into this rut of like, blah. I wasn't breaking out of the shell that I wanted to. And I realized that is because my morning routine was just getting boring. I was becoming too robotic with it. And so I just threw it away for a couple of weeks. And now I'm bringing it back and it feels really, really good because now I know what I was missing. When I was just so robotic about it, I just wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't absorbing and processing all of the good things that were coming out of my regular morning routine. And so now that I took the break and I'm going back to it, I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted to be getting out of it all along. This is not to say that you need to take a break from a good routine in order to feel the benefits from it. I just personally was not self-aware of what was happening and that break helped. So if you're going through setting a routine or trying to create something new in your life or going through a challenge and you're stuck in a rut, my advice isn't necessarily to take a break, but it is to pause and actually look at it. That's what I didn't do. I didn't look at my morning routine and say, am I not doing something here? I actually had to break out of it in order to recognize that. But if I took a moment, and this is what you can do, take a moment and just look at yourself objectively, free of emotion, free of judgment, and just really assess what's going on and say, hey, am I doing what I need to do? Am I getting the things out of the activities that I really want to get out of these things? And if not, what can I do to do it? Sometimes it's just being aware a little bit more and making sure that you process what's actually happening. Just like athletes who are on the field, they need to go back and look at game film to say, okay, what was I doing at this point and where did I go wrong? What was I thinking at the moment that the ball was thrown and I decided to cut this way instead of that way? Same thing that we can do this in our lives, in our personal lives, in our business lives, in pretty much everything. We can say, wait a minute, what am I thinking? Do I need to be thinking this? Is this the thinking that I want to carry forward to the next activity? Yes or no? If yes, keep going. If no, great. What do we need to do to adjust? Make the adjustment and move forward. If there is one thing that these 100-day challenges really do help me recognize is that time is moving forward. We are going to move forward no matter what. If you feel crappy on day 70, day 90 is still going to come, right? We're here at day 90, it's here. Day 100 will be here in 10 days. So when you're going through things and you think, oh man, this is it, life is over, or we're facing something tough, this isn't gonna work, the world's ending, it's coming crashing down, know that tomorrow the sun is still going to rise. You're still going to move forward. How do you want to move forward with that? And what do you need to do to carry yourself in a positive mindset through maybe some of the tough challenges that you're going to be experiencing? How do you carry that positive mindset through maybe some of the mediocrity that you might be challenged with? What I mean by that is, like, when things are bad, we can find people to support us. When things are pretty good but not where you want them to be, where's the support? It comes from you. And you got to be the person to boost that energy, and you can do it if you just look at yourself objectively. And most importantly, do not care about what other people think about what you're doing. People will criticize you for the things that you're doing. People will say, hey, but you're doing good enough. Everything's fine. You're doing okay. Hey, you're doing great. But you're like, well, I'm not where I want to be. Well, guess what? You got to pump yourself up and get going, because tomorrow's coming. We're moving forward. Things are moving forward. Do you want to be ahead of where you are, or do you want to be in the same place? Because time's moving. I didn't expect to kind of go into a little rant there about that, but that's kind of the way I've been feeling over the past 10, 20 days. And when people tell you that things are good, you get complacent. And complacency, it kind of sucks. I mean, it's not bad, right? If things are going really well, that's awesome. But when you want to go next level, you got to pump yourself up and get going. So that's what I'm feeling here on day 90, which is actually kind of cool, because that means the next 10 days are going to be really, really fun. Definitely going to love day 101, where I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to take the day off. I'll probably stretch. This thing's probably going to make an appearance on day 101, no question. But anyway, guys, if you guys are going through challenges, if you guys are doing whatever you're going to do, just take a simple note that you can encourage yourself to move forward. You can encourage yourself to move faster. You can encourage yourself to act with more power. Just take a moment to be self-aware and look at yourself without emotion, without judgment, so that you can build up to your better future. Okay, that's it. Rant done. Have an awesome day. I'll see you guys in 10 days. I'm really excited. I hope that you guys are excited. I hope that you guys are crushing all of your challenges and crushing whatever it is you want to do. If you are struggling with it, just let me know. We can get some encouragement going there for you. We build each other up as a community, and we succeed as a community. So let's attack the next 10 days, and I'll see you guys on day 100.